Sometimes the queen is a very fickle ruler. Lands that were promised to us as ours. They were our lands. No one else was supposed to take them. But sometimes the crown is just a bitch. A deaf guy has shown up and took an island in the New World and has established a very large colony. In Cape Trelawney, the seat of power for our trade empire, one of the Royal Council has taken up position and has started developing a small base, heavily armed for such a small base. Small base nonetheless. She seems friendly so far. Kind of a granny type, if you're into that. She's been friendly, but I just don't trust her. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into some more Anno 1800, and that is right. We have some friends now. We have a couple of friends on the map. George Smith and Miss Lady Margaret Hunt have come to join the party and pay us a little visit and have set up a couple of settlements here. Margaret Hunt is down here on Anno Union Island, and she also has a little settlement over here at Mealmouth, weirdest name ever. Now, George has expanded quite a bit. He has set up a large city over here in the New World. He's also taken a couple of small islands. Excuse me, a couple of smaller islands and set up some agricultural production on a couple of different places. He's also headed to the Old World, and he's started building a colony here on the Pines and also has a city over here on Springdale. Now, this is all done with the AI Shipyard mod, which is a mod within the Spice It Up collection. It is a terrific mod if you just want to play with some different AI, if you started a map with no AI, such as I did, and you just get a little lonely and you want some company. It's a great little mod for that. Now, unfortunately, you cannot add pirates, which would be kind of cool. But it is what it is. We at least we have a couple of friends with us now. They are very friendly with us already. Margaret more so than George, but they are relatively friendly with us for now. We do have a quest here from George, though. Pick up some goodies for him, some castaways. It looks like. I guess we can go do that real quick. Take those back over. I also need to turn my voices back up. I have to turn the voices down whenever I'm doing like a little commentary type thing, because I do inevitably get interrupted 50 billion times. So we do have some competitors on the map now. And I'm just going to kind of let them go. We're just going to let them go, do their thing, expand, build up, and just see where it leads us eventually. Maybe we'll have a little fight on our hands or something. So I'm kind of interested to see how this goes, having the AI on the map this late into the game, and see what they do. I think it could be kind of interesting. So, nothing else really has happened in the game. I loaded them in, and then I just kind of let the game run for a couple of hours and let them slowly build up. They obviously being added in after the fact, it gets a little glitchy sometimes. George actually settled this New World island first. That's right, he had everything unlocked already. He settled the New World first, and then went backwards into the Old World and started settling the Old World, so that was a thing. But they do make some cute, fun little cities, so I'm okay with them having a little space and just giving me someone to talk to. I get lonely. I get so lonely in the game, but shouldn't happen for much longer. All right, so the last episode, I asked how we should go about designing Port Royale. And many of you gave some really good ideas and some really good suggestions on things that we could do. And I think I'm going to take some of those and make them happen. I do want to set up... I am trying to slowly start protecting some of my trade routes. But a lot of time. We're going to get these guys over there. We'll get him on that one. No, that one's going to... Wait, where are you going? Oh, you're just going in between there. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to send... I've been making some pirate gunboats to kind of go around and hang out, protect some trade routes, do a few things. So this guy right here, maybe go toss some pirate gunboats on there. Gunboats are really good for protecting trade routes. They're reasonably fast. They can keep up with most ships. So they're off doing that. Over here in, actually, I know I already got distracted, but over here in Cape Trelawney, I do have, of course, my 3 battlecruiser fleet. They are all kitted out with some lovely items, just in case Margaret or George get the wrong idea. I can go blast them in the face with some very nice increased attack range and damage to buildings. Maybe go blow up an island or something and just teach them what is for. And this is my flagship. I decided to use this particular skin. This is the 2 million player celebration skin for the flagship of the fleet. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Anyways, Port Royale. Many of you gave some really cool ideas about what to do with Port Royale. It was actually kind of a split decision on how to develop the island. A lot of people said, oh, develop the whole thing into one big city. Some people said, no, only develop part of it into a city. Some people said, make it a garden city. So I think what we're going to do is kind of a mixture of all of that. We're going to designate this area right up here as our agricultural part of the city. This little... Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, he does not like me in all the working conditions. He is so not chill with all the working conditions. Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking this area up here is going to be our agricultural area, just kind of up here on the edge, overlooking the little bay right there. And then the rest of the island is going to be city. Yeah, there you go. Get some more reputation with him. And then maybe some gardens and stuff, just a big garden area back here. Now, one thing I have decided on is I'm just not digging the walls anymore. Okay, I know some people love the idea of the walls. I'm not feeling it anymore with the city walls. Okay, sorry, just not feeling it anymore these days. It's not working with me. It's not vibing. Just not vibing with the city wall idea anymore. So we're going to take that idea out. It was an interesting little idea, but yeah, it just wasn't working for me anymore. So we're going to take those out. And if you'll give me about 1.5 seconds, I'm going to go in and fix up what I just destroyed. So give me about a half a second. All right, after quite a bit of work and some finagling around with some ideas and stuff, I've come up with this. Instead of doing the hacienda walls, I'm doing a mix of the little gateways and then the colonnades. I thought the colonnades kind of still gave some sort of a barrier, or a decorative barrier of some kind, while leaving it more open and not feeling so closed off. And then I came back and I took out every couple of sections, every so often I would take them out, and I placed a palm tree just to give something, just a little different, just something different to look at. I thought that looked kind of fun. Go through here and just kind of randomize some of these so it's not all the same thing. But yeah, I thought that looked kind of neat to kind of go through there and add just a little touch of something else. And then I call this the European market. This is our European market. We've got a European market hall, at a pizzeria, and then just some stalls. This is the European market right here, right by the docks, where some of the local European goods from the old world are brought in, and the locals here on the island can peruse that stuff. So, but yeah, I really like this colonnade idea. I think I'm going to carry that over into some other areas. I did it over here too. This right here almost clips in perfectly with the house. I actually had a house model earlier that it clipped in almost perfect with. It might have been that one that it almost clipped perfectly with. But I really liked that. Just create these, and like that one doesn't even have a gateway, but it just ends with a nice little palm tree. I don't think I have any down here yet. Let's go ahead and add that in. Does it need yeah, it does need this. Then I like to add in the trees next to get an idea where the trees can go. I feel like every two feels kind of good. At least 2 colonnades wide feels kind of good for them. And it all does not have to be the same. So, it all doesn't have to mirror and have a tree on this end, a tree on that end, or it can be alternate if it worked out that way. So I kind of like this. like I said, it just gives a really neat vibe to it, other than, you know, just that wall going all the way around it. Maybe we could headcanon that at one time they did have a big city wall around the whole thing, you know, back in the day, and then that wall was eventually torn down and replaced with a really beautiful colonnade or something. Maybe we can headcanon that and say that's what's going on here. Kind of, I like coming up with little stories that I can tell myself about my city. But yeah, coming along pretty nice with that right there. I kind of like it. I've kind of swapped a couple of things in my head around here. I am going to move the hacienda stuff over to this side. I'm going to move the hacienda over here along with the oil harbor, just because the oil harbor is going to just be for the hacienda, and I want to move all my farming stuff right to here. So the city is going to kind of fade over into this way, into like Ornaleros and the hacienda and stuff. And then there'll be the gardens and stuff up here with a museum. I am going to have the museum. I think I'll have the museum in the garden. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put the museum over here somewhere. Maybe like over in here. Maybe put the museum right about in here or something. I think that's what we'll do. So let's make this happen. Let's get this garden area taken care of. Let's go ahead and just move the museum. We know we're going to. Just go ahead and move him out of the way. Thank you. Also, lost cities. Hold tight, guys. Let me double check my spreadsheet here. I don't remember which I guess I can just look right here actually. Sheet. What was Lost Cities? Lost Cities was Anno 1701. So I do not have any of those. So I need a 1701. And then you are also going to get a pavilion on you. And this was Eastern Jungle and Proud Savannah. I don't think Proud Savannah is on any of those. Proud Savannah is not, but Extinct Species is actually on the Anno 1800 sheet music, which I have quite a few of. I think I've got several extra sitting in Crown Falls. Find me a boat. Here, you'll do. Because you'll go between the regions faster. I do believe I have. So yeah, I do have one right there. I don't need both of them. On to Port Royale. Cool. So that'll give me a sheet music on that. I still just have to get the sheet musics for everything else. So that'll be something coming in the near future. All right, so I mean, the basic layout over here is not going to change or anything. Get him up there for right now. Yeah, we're going to be over here on Port Royale for several episodes. I don't know how many, but several episodes will be on Port Royale, getting this area put together. Is that what I want the roads to do? Yes, it is. Okay. That is what I would like the roads to do here. Let's move some people around here. I'm gonna change up some of this. Well, actually, yeah, this will work. Put you there and you there. I really like doing this right here. If you can't tell, I really like doing this right here. But we are going to kind of bring that in just a bit. I can't drag that over there. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to narrow it down into one tile. Oh wait, no, it's not centered up. Never mind. I lied. We are going to continue it. That way it's even. There we go. And you need to come out. There we go. So there is going to be the path going up to the garden right there. All right, let's slow things down for a few while we come in here and work on this. Now the poncho darner, Hacho darner, is gonna move. I do want him to go away and get into maybe that area. Put you right here. That's fine. Let's get rid of this road right here for a second. And let's go in here and kind of redesign this spot right here.
can gradually seed change.
No, ma'am. Don't be buying that island. Trick right here, if you are not aware, if the AI is buying shares of your island, sell a share to the queen, and they will never buy a share of your island again. Now, if I was to sell a share of, say, Crown Falls, I would lose 1.1 million in revenue. Not good. Rip. My oil has run out. But if you sell an island, and it has nothing on it, then it's not going to cost you anything. Or if it doesn't have any population. Basically, it's based on the income of the island. So if you have an island with, like, low to no income, then it's not going to be a big deal. But, so this island right here, I would lose 3,600. So, that wouldn't be a big deal if they were to buy a share of this island. If they were buying any of Crown Falls, though, I would probably cry. Just saying, I would probably cry. And then go to war and kill them all. Because Crown Falls is mine. Leave it alone. Alright, let's get this over here going. No has Crown Falls. Fine. Alright. There with it. What's right there? Oh, that's in the way. That's okay. You know what? And that's okay. I'm okay with it not marrying up perfectly. Now, as for gardens and stuff, be hesitant on using stuff like this. You guys know how I feel about the stuff like this in the New World. It just never looks right to me. I'll give it a shot. Maybe like right here. Leading up to the Botanical Garden. We'll give it a try. I'm trying to see how I want to lay that out. Okay, so it is off by one tile, which is actually okay. No, it's not. Let me delete that one there. Offset him by one so I can go this way with the road. We just won't put him there. You know what? Do I want the red ones? I think I want the red ones. I think I want the yellow ones. Yellow feels more New World. One thing I've never been good at is decorating with these gardens. Honestly, and just never really have been. Some people make some really cool looking stuff with these gardens, and I just sit there and derp with it like, I don't know what to do. I just never know. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this thing to make it look cool. It's a random garden. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot, and if I hate it, I'll just destroy the whole thing. All right, these guys are going to have a market up here, I do believe. We'll have to have a market up here, so... we'll put a market in, like, right here. Might work out the way I wanted it to. I'll put the market right here. Kind of, it's gonna have like space on each side. Okay, that's right. It did kind of match up like that. Kind of like so. These are for the gold mines. In case anybody saw those and was wondering why those are randomly sitting there. They are for gold mines later. still okay with the random
People celebrate
Uh,
your leadership.
kind of makes it look like the road is old. I like that. It would be better if it didn't have that track down the middle. I don't know. We'll leave it. I'm gonna leave it for a minute. See if I like it. Like probably just a minute. This may be like the more affluent area of town. They will need though chapel. They still need a chapel. Well, I guess they don't need a chapel, do they? They're okay. They're okay without a chapel. Yeah, they're fine.
We have to thank you for
The best years of
Yeah. Yeah, they're okay without a chapel. They are perfectly fine without one. All right, let's see here. What can we do right there? Maybe a nice fountain in the middle with a couple of gardens on each side. Too much. Too much. So I'm going to take that out and instead do a gazebo right there. Do that. And surround it with some short palm trees. Yeah, something like that. Some taller palm trees on either side of the market. That can go away. Space I'm gonna have. Okay, I'm gonna be able to have a little road right here. Good. All right, that's enough. This up here, I will, because I got to redesign this whole thing anyways. So I'm gonna leave that space right up there. As for the rest of this stuff, it's gonna look like garbage. But fill it with palm trees, I think. Take out some of these palm trees. Take out a few of them, and then do the jungle trees. Fill the rest of it in with jungle trees up there. Let all that grow in.
how thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
Same thing back here. Let me just add in a few houses over in this spot. I'm gonna leave that right there.
the people
Fill the rest of it in with
celebrate
jungle
your
trees.
leadership. I feel you
Cool.
need my capital.
Be buying Tucapan, you jerk. Okay. All right, cool. So there is Tucapan. Population's going back up now that that's fixed. Yeah, that's gonna look really nice once all those trees grow in, I think. I think I'm gonna like that a lot. Yeah, and I got two little gardens in here, and that's like it. But me and gardens, I just don't know what to do. Oh, that's right. I was gonna drag a road down here, wasn't I? Meh, screw it. Guess I'm not. I can just move the trees. I can move these houses down instead. See if I can fill in with a couple more. These guys. Anywhere. About all I can get. Okay. I would like ornamental ornamental versions of like these jungle trees. I want ornamental versions of the jungle trees. I absolutely love them to death. I think so. They are some of the best. They're just so cool looking, and I really would like some versions of them that I can place. All right, let's go in here and spice this all up. Let's get we'll get a fountain right there. Maybe we'll put a fountain right there in place of that house. Have a couple of fountains in here. Maybe we'll take that house out and put in a gazebo.
Then the bad old days are back.
Ah, you're fine. Shut up. I say that, and then eventually he's like gonna go to war with me, and oh no, war! Whatever will I do? Okay, palm trees. I mean, I can't add like these palm trees on the edges, although that kind of does look silly. But I can add along the edges like I did with the cherry orchards. So have the big trees in the background, and then the what is it? It's right here. It's these guys. The tropical forest along the edge to kind of encase it, basically, kind of like I did with the cherries. I mean, and it works. It adds a little bit to it. And it helps to increase our attractiveness a little bit more. We got a harvest festival going on. Very nice. Okay, are these guys all ready to upgrade? They are. Let's get all of this upgraded. Oh, I don't have enough timber. Okay, well, rippery that. Guess I gotta have some timber. Timber! Shiver me timbers. Oh, where are you going? Get your freaking butt back here, dude. Want the timber. You come down here. Alright, you're that. Good. You just chill here.
How thrilling. A renowned
Put that
person
1800 sheet music in there. That got us up to 405 now. Or that is totally not the right place for that. This one. This guy's gonna have to move. He just can't be there. That's just not gonna work. There we go. Get up to 499 with that one, so that's okay.
The people celebrate your
That got us
leadership.
that barely touched it.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Wait. I'm confused now. Why did I get this one? Why was I thinking extinct species? I'm sure someone in the comments is like, what are you talking about? And I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have extinct species on this one. I don't have any of those on this one. I don't need that sheet music. Which one was it I needed?
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
I needed... 1701. 1404. I need 1701, 1404. I think I need two 1404s. Oh, that's not the right island. Yeah, I got to go figure that out. I don't know what I was talking about with the sheet music. Seriously, I have no idea what I was talking about with the sheet music. I had a brain fart, apparently. Alright, let's take all this down. Alright, now let's see if I can upgrade a bunch of this. Yeah. Oh, God, too much. Too much! That's okay. Over here is going to be like an Ornolero settlement area, so we'll just... I'll just toss some guys in here temporarily until I can get over here to deal with this. I'll move them all around later. So have no fear. This is all temporary, as is just about everything I built. All right, that just gets us taken care of on the Ornoleros. All right, cool. So this is already looking kind of spiffy up here. Not as spiffy as this down here. This down here looks super nice. Going up to the gardens is kind of a nice little walk and everything. Maybe we can come right here and add in a little something right there. We'll add in a statue. Yeah, let's find a statue. Horse statue. A horse statue right there would be fun. Actually, no. It needs a fountain. It needs a fountain right there. That's what it has to have. Gotta have a fountain. Must. Then, of course, we have this little spot right here. We will basically just replicate this. An escort quest, and that is here. That's fine. I can actually do that. The escort is up here.
across the sea.
Not yet. I actually have
They raised a settlement.
3 pirate ship of the lines. Who? Oh, George came over and took an island. You go, George. Oh, she's got a little fleet of frigates going on already. Got quite the little war fleet already happening. How are we doing against her, though? We're still so far ahead of her militarily. My word. We are perfectly fine. Yeah, we'll get our little pirate ship of the lines. They are right there, my little fleet o' pirates.
Attention for the Admiral.
I do love pirate ships. They look so cool. Okay, so. Anyways, yeah, got that in there. Just added a few things along there just for something interesting. You know what? I think... Oh, that's too much space right there. Although, I bet I could... Don't hate me for this. This might look interesting, though. That's kind of fun. Totally screws up the... it's like the world's worst roundabout right here. It's the world's worst roundabout. But you know, I don't really care. I think it looks neat. All right, so we do have to have stuff up here, unfortunately. I did not put any stuff up here that our people are going to have. So we're going to take out some housing now and put in some stuff. We're going to have a fire station. And they will need a hospital up here. How much, it's giving us plus 10 happiness, so we're at 25 and 36. Oh, we're perfectly fine on that. And we are going to have this. I think that right there is a good spot for it. Take those houses out. Take all of this out. There we go. I'm going to put a hospital in right there. And then I'm going to be absolutely ridiculous and annoy people and move all these houses back over. And do that. And I can add in a few more houses right here again. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Is the fleet here? The fleet is here.
Attention for the Admiral.
I take a few good people.
Yep. All right. Escort away. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's going to look good.
Know my struggles, boss.
Gotta wait for them to catch up, and they'll be good to go. This place is looking pretty decent. Not feeling this whole whatever this is anymore. And with that, I'm not really feeling that.
The fire has been vanquished.
Something blue. Oh, it was a fire, but nothing actually got taken out. I'm gonna move him up to there. Nope, right. Oh, he won't fit there. Dang it! I thought I was like, oh, I could put the hospital right back behind it. I can't. Let me. I could fit in a town hall back here, though. I think I'm gonna do that. Get a town hall back in here for these people. And I'm gonna do something similar to what I did right here. Which, yeah, I did redo that, and I didn't show you guys. Let me fix this real quick. I redid that little square in the middle right here, and I'm using the mosaic tiles with some of those palm trees. And I think it kind of turned out kind of nice. I like the way it looks. Not bad. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And this is all starting to look a lot better up here, too. I do have to leave a little room for that kind of stuff, though.
Appreciate that. Really.
Oh, good. Got a +8 with him now, so we're up to 70 again. You want some money?
It's a kind
There you go. Have some money. All right. Go ahead and make sure I can be able to drag a road right there.
This city is a magnet for genius.
Go. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this. This is a great little spot for a hacienda road. Or a hacienda road. The hacienda walls. kind of around that. Just kind of blocking off the filth. Blocking off the filth. Go. Cool. Yeah, just kind of block that off. We'll go ahead and build that gold mine. I've got all the items researched for the trade union. It'll be a Jorg von Malking, a Mikella, and I forgot what did I do did I do the sapper? I think I might have done a third-rate sapper. What did I do? A first-rate sapper, yes, a first-rate sapper for another 50%. Why? Just because I can. Because you know I can afford it, so why not do that? It's an easy thing to do. We're losing a bunch of population again, and it's investors again. All right, let's go double check and see where that's happening at. Not here. Ooh, I bet I know where. Not there. It's Tokyo again, isn't it? It's Tokyo again. What's happened to Tokyo? Oh, we have run out of all the... oh, God, what have I done? Hold on, what have I done? Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Oh, God, I did. No, wait. A minimum stock of 1,000. I do have a minimum stock. Oh boy, something happened. Alright, Tobias is arriving. What am I trading off for that? Oh crap. Okay, I see what's happened here. I see precisely what has happened here. Okay. Let us fix that real quick. Really, really quick. I need to fix that. Yeah, we're going to have a really hard time right now. Where is he at? Crap. Where are you at? I need you to not be here yet. Okay, that's him. So we've got time to fix this. So let's fix this real quick here. So I've been capping out on penny farthings and was not paying attention, which means I was not producing enough advanced weapons and steam motors in order to import everything I need, which is not good at all. These things happen when you're not paying attention. So I actually need to be exporting. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is bad. Real bad. Okay. All right, what's the things I've run out of again? We've run out of coffee, champagne, and spectacles. Okay, so that's going to be the three things I've got to import enough of to last. So I needed 16 per minute on that. He's coming around about every 36 minutes, so I need to import at least 576 tons of that. Okay. Coffee is just always a problem for me over here. Coffee was being imported with that right there. I need 260. I'm not going to have enough of both of that. 268 plus 114 is 382. I only have 320. So we need to swap that out for something different that I can export real quick. What about babies? Can't do the babies. Can't do the babies. I have an idea. I have a brilliant idea right here, I think, and it might work. Oh god, he's almost here, and I don't have any of this right here ready. Okay. Yeah. Here, quick, get this. All right, and the coffee is going to have to be this. That's 1,700. This for the spectacles. How many spectacles do I need per minute? Spectacles. 12 per minute. 432. Don't be trading yet. Please, thank you. 432. Well, I'll just go ahead and import 500 to be sure. Spectacles, coffee, champagne. Okay. That'll be fine. This we still have enough of for right now. Yes. That's going to be fine. What about that stuff? That stuff was... Right. Put that there. Import 500 of that. It's just screw it. Just put 1,000 of that. Okay. This should hopefully fix it. Okay. We got some spectacles in. Good. We didn't get hardly any coffee in. That's not good. That is not good. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is bring in a supply of coffee to last us. Did we, however, get enough? Oh, that's right, because I'm importing light bulbs with that too. Okay, that's the problem. See, we still didn't send off enough of the penny farthings. So I have a brilliant idea for that too. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to just drop all this off. I don't need all that. Don't care about that stuff. We are going to come over here. Start loading up some ships with coffee. I will have to go and fix that here in a second. Coffee, 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 coffee. All right, is that the only thing that I did not get enough of was coffee?
This city is a magnet for genius.
I had forgotten that I had been monitoring that because I knew something was a little low, and I just completely forgot to go back and check it. We've got enough of that. Yeah, we definitely have to get more coffee coming in. That one is fine. We don't care about violins or chewing gum. Okay. More coffee, please. Coffee. Okay. All right. All the coffee. Lots of coffee. Come on down to Tokyo. All right, so what I have to do now in between episodes is once I get this coffee situation handled, because we're like just chewing through that coffee, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually grab a bunch of these penny farthings and I'm just going to dump them overboard. I'm just going to dump them. I don't care. I've got to make sure this right here stays free and clear so I can... and I'm probably going to swap this over to like something like this right here. No, it's actually a really bad one. Let's do this. That one was on that. That one was on that. I need more penny farthings to go, basically, is essentially what I've got to do. I've got to get more penny farthings gone. How much chocolate was I consuming per minute down here? 33. That's actually a rough one. That one is something I do need something like this on. All right, here's everybody. Come on, guys. Have some coffee. You get coffee. You get coffee. You get coffee. I do believe a trade route that's also taking away coffee. I'm going to take that part off. Oh, no, it's not. I have coffee being brought over on a trade route. Just some excess coffee to try and help supplement. So let's drop all of this off. We're going to go steal coffee from everywhere. Get over here, you. This is the coffee fleet. Always the coffee. Okay. All right, we're full up on coffee over here. So that's good. We are full up on coffee now. Lovely. That's what I needed to see.
Mind control.
Yeah, you're fine.
One small...
Yeah, you're fine too.
You gained an influence bonus.
Okay, so we've got plenty of coffee in storage now. So that ought to be okay. So yes, what I'm going to do is going to figure out, you know, what else can I do? I am going to pick up and drop off a bunch of penny farthings, but I've got to figure out what all else I can export with penny farthings to keep them down. I basically want to go down to like next to nothing on penny farthings. Like as next to nothing as humanly possible on penny farthings. What else could I export for that? I'm already doing those. That. Penny farthings for that. Yeah, let's do penny farthings for that. I need him to leave, actually. There he goes. All right, he is departing now. So just now, we did export a lot of those right there, but we got in everything that we needed. 320, 318, 584 is definitely not enough.
Spread some happiness with
Let's see, we're barely importing any of those. Or the chocolate. That. All right, let's take some of the elevators out of cycle here. I am just going to do that. How many of those did I end up importing? Like, well, I did import 500. That's about how many I needed too. So 500. Yeah, because I was needing 12 per minute. Yeah, and he's about what, every 36 minutes? Is that what we were saying? Yeah, about every 36 minutes. That's 432. So an extra 500, we'll just say 550. Give me a little bit extra right there. And then we should be good. I am just going to go run real quick and tell all of these guys that I sent away. Where did I send you guys? No, that's not them. I don't know where I just sent all those ships. Is that him? No, that's not him. Oh god, I lost them all. Oh wait, I saw him. Oh, that is him. Oh, it's just two different fleets. I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah. Come back down to Tokyo down here. I forgot to grab the penny farthings. I didn't mean to send them away. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to grab all those penny farthings, drop them off in the water. That way I make sure that stays freed up. And then hopefully when he comes back around the next time, I will be able to trade off even more of them than I already am. Let's see, I traded off how many last time? 584. This will give me another 424. It'll be about 1,000. It'll be about 1,000. And how many of these am I producing per minute? I am producing 26 per minute, and he's coming around every 36 minutes. That's 936. I still need to get rid of even more penny farthings. More penny farthings have to go. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here and tweak this a little bit more. Maybe we'll do a bit of that right there. Just every little bit that I can ship these things right here out for is helpful. So we'll just keep trading off some of that and try to get rid of it. So yeah, I'm going to load up this this cargo ship right here with penny farthings and get rid of all these excess penny farthings. And we're going to throw them all overboard. It's the biggest flex. Someone in the last episode that I'm just flexing with all the dumping overboard of goods. And yeah, you're not wrong. I am absolutely flexing that. Okay. That ought to be plenty right there. What I'll do is I'll actually, oh, yeah, oops. Come back here. There we go. I'll pick some of them back up. Look at it all. Look at it all in the water. It's so much. I'll pick some up just to have some on stock, just in case something happens and I do need a few extra. But yeah, I think with that, guys, finally, I'm going to call it an episode. A little bit longer, but lots to do. In the next one, we will get back to Port Royale. And we will continue expanding. I will have the botanical garden done by the next episode, and we may come down here and get this part of the city all kind of fixed up, get our hacienda stuff over here done. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care.